Here we have the week ahead market update for Palantir Technologies, stock ticker PLTR. This would be the daily chart. So we will take a look at some of the recent price activity so that we can identify some important support and resistance levels and try to establish a game plan for the week ahead in trading. Here we can see that we are sort of consolidating here at the upper levels after seeing a bit of two-way price action into the close of the week. Thursday was a very volatile trading session, mostly to the downside for the technology sector. We did see several major companies that were posting declines during this period. Ultimately, Palantir posted lows of 26.90 during the Thursday session, but most of these losses were ultimately recovered during the Friday trading session, as the stock did manage to reclaim highs above $28 per share. So currently, to the downside, the first level that I would be watching, as far as suggesting that a possible top would be in place here, would really come in at roughly 2660. This is just below the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement zone that was established during the move from the lows of 2064, and then those highs, which came in at 2859. So this 23.6% retracement currently comes in at $26.73. And this does roughly fall in line with the highs that were posted during the June 20th trading session, which have really established this region as an area of resistance, now turned support. So overall, we can see that the stock is managing to kind of move higher here in a stair-step fashion. The true line in the sand for me with this stock does come in at $20.60. That's one of the reasons why I use this support level as the basis for this Fibonacci analysis here. This 2060 area is important because it's essentially a triple bottom. It's been tested on several occasions, and it has managed to hold up during those occasions. And this level is ultimately what led to the rally that ensued into recent trading sessions. It can be said that the technology space as a whole was trading under pressure at the end of last week, but some stocks were faring much worse than others. And I would like to hear some opinions from people about what they think as far as which stocks are likely to be winners and losers, into this, into the later parts of the summer trading period. If these recent declines showed us anything, it's really that there's a rising possibility for the technology space to start to show some divergences as far as which stocks gain, which stocks lose, and then how much they gain or lose during each session. I'm really saying this because for Palantir as an example here, really did recover most of its trading losses that were experienced during the Thursday trading session. But if you look at some of the other stocks in the technology sector, even within the Mag 7, the Magnificent Seven, you will see some fairly major differences about how how those stocks have traded and how they've recovered their losses and things like that. So ultimately during the Thursday session, we did see lows of 2690 for Palantir. But we really saw a fairly steep, moves higher during the Friday recovery period, with prices closing at 2813. So to the downside, if we were to see a break of this roughly 2660 area, the first level that we would need to start watching would have to come in at the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of this same price move, which comes in roughly at 2555. There are some price lows from this region here as well. We can see that the price lows from the July 3rd trading session came in at 2576, roughly 20 cents above this level. And then we also have this rising daily 20-day exponential moving average that's also coming into contact with this zone. So near term, if we did see some slight declines here, I would expect prices to roughly be caught by this 2550 level. I think that this could likely contain downside selling pressure and allow us to possibly form a base here and then move higher. So I would like to know what people think about that. If we do see a continuation in the sell-off activity that was started last week, I mean, maybe this is kind of a crack in the ice here. Maybe maybe the technology space is ready to start making some more substantial moves lower. If that is the case, I would like to know how far people think that Palantir prices can ultimately fall. If we do start to see a downside, where would be your main support level that you might use to start considering new long positions in the stock? Currently, what I would be looking at comes in at roughly 25.50, 25.55, and then from there. I think that if we were to break that level, for example, I think that we could probably see some retracement lower into this 61.8% Fibonacci retracement, which comes in at 2367. The reason that I point to this level is because we do have a rising 100-day exponential moving average that is likely to start coming into contact with this area relatively soon. So for these reasons, my regions to the bottom uh, would roughly fall in line with these areas. Longer term, if we do manage to break above these prior highs here, there are some spaces that we could start to develop some resistance zones. I've outlined some prior highs here. If we go back to this would be the second half of September 2021. We can see that the ultimate highs from this time period came in just below $30 per share. We've got highs here of 29.29, and then ultimately, if we were to break those highs, we would have to go back to, the early parts of 2021, January, to find the highs of $45, which posted a bit earlier. So these are some upside price targets to be thinking about. This $45 level is still quite a ways away, but this $29 level is not. So this does look like a viable target here near term. There are some concerns with this stock about its price to earnings ratio. I think that does scare some people away from the stock as a whole. But if we're looking at the raw trajectory here, where the share price has been traveling and seems likely to travel next, I do think it's kind of hard to ignore the fact that there's a rising momentum indication here in the relative strength index. We have managed to roll out of overbought territory here on the daily chart, as you can see here. But we're still trading relatively close to that level. So it is possible that we could enter in relatively soon if we were to see some further gains here. But if we do continue to roll out from this overbought region, it does look like the momentum indicator itself is likely going to start triggering here and helping prices to continue moving higher as long as this region remains intact. I mean, if this momentum goes away, I do think that we might have to start looking at these deeper retracement levels, such as the 2560 level, which comes in at the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement. So let me know what you think about this stock in the comments below. And here's the current market analysis for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR.